Okay, beauties. Now, I told you that I would be back with these earrings. If you watched last week's video, then I told you that I was going to get into the top that I got these earrings with. So this is the top, and you will be seeing her in the cutout. As you can see, we are styling one of our essentials, which is wide leg pants. So let's immediately get into the first outfit. All right, beauty. So immediately, as soon as I saw this top, she is part of a bit of a set that was sold separately. I picked this top up from ASOS. It is a part of their ASOS Luxe line. And I knew I had to have it for spring. As you can see, she is a bit of a structured peplum. She's giving if the structured blazers from Zara were a corset top, this would be her. So she's structured. She's a little bit of that peplum. I felt like it would pair perfectly with our wide leg pants. You guys have seen these wide leg pants a million times. These are a pair of wide leg pants that I picked up. I believe I got these ones from Nordstrom. They are the Top Shop brand. And of course, anything that is still available, guys, I will link it down. So I paired the top with these pants because, first of all, y'all know I am a wide leg girl. Okay, and I feel like wide legs in general are such an easy pant to style, as you will see in the next two looks. We got two more looks to go. So this is a bit of our, we won't call her the fancy girl look. So we have our peplum because, I mean, she's just gorgeous. She would be gorgeous also with a pair of like barrel leg white pants or barrel leg white jeans. She would be if wide legs are not your thing. I also feel like this top would go really well with a cute pair of white capris if that is your thing. But in any case, we're out working on our essentials and styling them. So I'm a wide leg girl, so I put on wide legs, and they're very easy to style, as I just said. So I felt like it would pair so well with this top. I feel like this top is just simple. She's the moment. But got a simple pair of pants. I chose to do my scoop fur sandals for a little bit of color. I almost put on the Coach heels, but I was like, you know what, let me give them a break. Plus, I wanted a little tiny bit of color and texture to peek out to go with the texture of the top. So that is how we got to the conclusion of that particular shoe. We got a handbag, which we did our, let me get her so you can see a little bit of an up close of her, our raffia tote. I believe you guys would have seen this in my pack with me to Jamaica video. She's textured, but she's also black. And again, like I said before, I like to kind of play up texture, not necessarily color all the time, because texture, like color, draws the eye. So we have our texture in our black raffia handbag. We have the texture and pattern in our top. And then we also have, you know, our flowy wide leg pant. We have our texture in our fur shoe. And beauties, we have these beautiful earrings that also came from ASOS. That is it. That is our very first look. And if I didn't already say so, I am Gigi, and this is Gigi's Flavor of Life. Welcome into the closet, and here is where I share my style to help you discover yours. Welcome back to all of the returning beauties, and of course, hey girl, hey to all of my new beauties. Thank you all so much for stopping by the closet this week. Now let's get on to the second look. Okay, beauties, now here we are back with look 2, and I am so excited about this look as well. It's going to be really hard for me to pick a favorite out of these because I love them all. I love them all. They're so simple and so easy with super high impact. But anyway, let's get into this second look. Now, as I'm always saying to you guys, I'm always looking for things in my closet that have not been worn. And this is actually a dress that can be worn as a top. I put her in my closet to be dry cleaned. I put her in my closet from the dry cleaner 2 springs ago. And she's been on the hanger ever since. I forgot to wear her. And I was just thumbing through and I was like, every time I remember to wear this dress, it's already like, I'm changing my closet over from summer to like fall or to winter, a colder season. So I remembered her this time. So I'm very excited. As you can see, I left her on the hanger, on that dry cleaner hanger for entirely too long. So now she has the imprint, as you can see, but which I'm usually pretty good at taking my things off of the hanger. This time I was not. So hopefully we can get that to, you know, to somehow reshape the material. But if not, it is what it is. But again, like I was saying, let's get into the pocketbook at first. And this bag, just like the other raffia one, I picked these bags up some time ago from Old Navy. I got the raffia one. I got this one, which look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? And I got another burgundy one, and I don't wear them nearly enough. But in any case, let's get into the rest of the outfit. So we have our handbag. I just wanted to bring her in a little bit closer so you guys can really see the details on her. And I've had these bags for forever. They're very well made and they're always in style. So that was the handbag that I chose. Of course, we still have our same pants because these are the pants. These are our essential that we are styling. I decided to, instead of wear the two-tone dress, and this dress is by Staud. Like I said, I picked her up probably like 3 years ago at this point, and I don't wear this dress nearly enough. And this is just a reminder, if you too have a dress or with buttons down the front, wear it as a top. Like, I mean, even if you don't, there's ways to take a dress and pin it up certain ways where you can wear them as a top. To bring in another color, you saw the bag with the blue and green. I put on my green Free People aviator style glasses to add on to that other layer of color as well. We have on our tomatoey red Steve Madden mules. Those mules are very old as well. Now, y'all know I'm not really much of a matchy girl, but I thought that those shoes and this top, even though they're very close in color, and I don't feel like you can actually tell that they're not the same tone in the same family, that it will be okay. Y'all know I'm not a matchy girl, but I do love these two things together. And that was another reason why I decided to bring in another color, was because I'm not a real matchy person. So I just needed something in my brain to like offset the matchiness of it, which I feel like we were successful in the green and the blue. Now, you know, red and green, they go together. It's just like Christmas. So any shade of red and green, child, they go together. Now, I'm not a fan of like that Christmassy green and like the red, but any other tones of that, as you can see here. So these are more of like an olive color. This is more of like a tomatoey, reddish, orangish sort of color. Love them together. If it was like an olive, it would still be beautiful. Like any other variation of that green and sort of red, I tend to gravitate towards. I love them together. Remember, green is a neutral out in nature, so she tends to go with pretty much every color, especially red. So that was my thinking behind the whole red and green, and bringing in the green and blue purse. We just did a simple old gold hoop because my hair is still up. If my hair was down, I may have chose a more conservative earring, a small little bally. But that was the reason why. I feel like hair up, big earrings. You know what I mean? And for me, I tend to do hair up, big earrings, or big necklace. So it's rare that you'll see me do both at the same time. So while I could have done a necklace, I like to be a little bit more minimal with the necklace if the earrings are bigger, and vice versa. So if I would have done a huge necklace, I probably would have done just like a diamond stud or something more conservative on the ear. And like I said, vice versa. We got our wide leg pant. I feel like this could work with whatever your essential pant is, with whatever dress style that you are turning into a shirt as well. Did I miss anything, y'all? No, I don't think so. My earrings are from Walmart, and we got on our usual stack, as you can see in the cutout. My love bracelet, just on clue ring, and we brought back out our orange click clack because, like last week, as our girlfriend also corrected us, analogous colors, which are colors that sit next to one another on the color wheel, go together. So we have our orange and we have our sort of more leaning towards orange, but our tomato red. So the pop of orange, which was another color that I also brought back in the outfit, also goes together very well. So we got a little bit of a color festivity situation going on in this look with the baby pink, the tomato orange on the feet, the green and the blue, which I love. We got a little bit of pattern. And I don't know, would you call this, I would call this pattern on pattern, because while, no, it's more like I'm torn. Do you think this is more of like a pattern-ish or more like a color blocking-ish? Because does the texture in it also contribute towards a pattern? In my mind, it's pattern on pattern because the pattern in the bag, the pattern color blocking of the dress. So in my mind, it's another way to mix pattern on pattern. But anyway, this is look number 2. And I love her because you know I love a wide leg slack. You know I love color. You know I love pattern. And I think I've brought it all together in a really, really fun way. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think. Let's move on to our last look, look number 3. Now we are back with our last and final look. We're just grabbing one more of our essentials, which is our white t-shirt. And you guys know that I love the modern tee from the Gap in the crew neck. It also comes in a square neck and it also comes in a boat neck, which I'm always saying, you know, I'm not a fan, but to each his own. So I grabbed a wide belt. If you got any wide belts, go in your closet and pull them out. I feel like we rarely wear our wide belts, which is the reason why I was like, you know what? I got a couple of wide belts in there and I haven't worn them in a while. They're great to put around blazers. They're great to put around your coats, like your larger coats in the colder months as well. So don't forget that about your wider belts. But in any case, I thought it was a very easy way to accessorize our, once again, our wide leg pants. And as you can see, a very simple, easy look. We have on, like I said, our white tee from our essentials. We got on our pants from our spring essentials. And we also did a flat. Now, depending on what kind of girly you are, this type of flat, which is like a little, she's a little sling back animal print flat. I picked these up from Amazon probably like 3 summers ago at this point, and I pull them out every single year. They're super comfortable. They're a dupe for, I want to say a Marnie shoe. They're a dupe for another shoe, but I can't. I've had them for such a long time now that I can't remember what they are a dupe for. But in any case, like I said, I got them from Amazon. They are a snake skin print, which we know that is a neutral, which is one reason why it goes so well with this look, is because it is a neutral. I brought in the color shades to sort of play off the belt, because the belt, which is the payola belt by Ula Johnson, I picked her up in a sample sale. Child, she old. That's all I got to say about that. She old. Again, like I said, if I can find any of these things, I will link them below. And she's sort of a 2-for-1, because while the wide part of her, you can wear her, you can also snatch the skinny part off and tie it as another type of belt as well. So she's a 2-for-1. I love this belt. I do not wear it enough. So that is what I'm saying that is what I mean when I am saying, you know, go in your closets, rummage around in your accessories, see what you have. Pull the stuff that you don't wear enough or haven't worn, pull it to the front and see if you can make it work. So we have our 3 of our essentials. We got a flat, We got the pants, we have our white t-shirt, and we just added some accessories. Really, we have our bracelet stack for this outfit is very simple. I stuck with more towards leaning towards silver accessories with the silver earrings. I didn't do a ring. I did my Michelle watch, which also has like a little bit of a silver accent. We did two of our David Yurman cable bracelets, the love bracelet. Y'all know I always have that on. And this beauty is part of the David Yurman, I think it's called the Empire collection, where one of the bracelets was based off of one building in New York City, and this particular one was based off the Statue of Liberty, hence the color, which she ties in really well, I feel like, with the blue hue of the belt as well as the glasses. And like I said, this is very simple. This is a very simple look. You knew once you saw these white slacks that I was going to give you an all white on white, because who would I be if I did not? This look would be beautiful with, I have a, which I'm ashamed to admit, but I have not turned my closet over just yet. And I do have a linen, like a baby bluish blazer that I feel like would look very nice with this over my shoulders, but hence she is not here. If I had a white one, I could put that over my shoulder as well. That would be very beautiful. And this is our third look, child. She's white on white with a little pop of grayish blue with a blue tinted lens. These lenses are the, what are these, y'all? They are the Fry and Company lenses that I picked up a few weeks back at Marshall's. And our earrings are from Aeropostale. Not Aeropostale, y'all. What's that place called? Anthropology. And they're old. And that is it. Three very different looks. Three very simple looks. I hope they give you guys a little bit of inspiration for some of your spring looks and using your spring essentials. And that's it. That is all for this week's video. If you beauties are not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are subscribed, just go down and check and make sure you are actually still subscribed. We are still on our way to 2,000 of you beauties, and I hope that you continue to come around and be a part of this beautiful community. And that's it. That's all. That is our looks for this week. I will see you beauties in the closet next week. Bye, beauties. Mwah.